The Texans beat the Detroit Lions 41 to 25. Now, let me just say this. Sorry I didn't get the video out yesterday. Obviously, yesterday was Thanksgiving. I was busy, eating like a tubby and, might have had a few adult beverages. Those Capri Suns are pretty damn good. But, yeah, the Texans beat the Detroit Lions. They now have won 2 games in a row. And let me just say this too. I was playing around with the little ESPN playoff machine thingy majiggy, and I gave the Texans, it's not gonna happen, but if they were to win out, they'd be 9-7, and it's impossible for them to make the playoffs. Like, it is legitly impossible. Like, you need teams to lose games that it's just not gonna happen. Like it'd be like Cleveland would have to lose to the Jets, and the Ravens would have to lose to the Bengals. Stuff like that. So playoffs not gonna happen. The Texans are still probably gonna win like 7 games this year. They'll probably beat the Bengals. They'll probably beat Chicago and beat Tennessee week 17. They'll get a few more wins, and DeShaun Watson, obviously, he's playing lights out. But it was a good win. It was a good way to start the day. The Texans are now on a 2-game win streak. And by the way, my birthday was on November 23rd. So you guys can thank me for the Texans getting 2 wins on my birthday week. And let's just talk about this game. Defensively, Texans got some turnovers. And it all started with a J.J. Watt pick 6. J.J. Watt got a pick 6. That's pretty awesome, man. I never thought I would see J.J. Watt get a pick 6 again. Obviously, when he got it against Cincinnati in 2011 when he was a rookie in the playoffs, I was like, damn, that was pretty cool. And, well, this one against Detroit was kind of similar in a way. Like, he just put his hands up and then, whoop, pick 6. That was pretty cool. But, yeah, I never thought J.J. would do it again after he did it, in 2014 against the Bills? Was it 2014? Maybe 2015? Yeah, but he did it against the Bills. That one was colder, obviously, because it was like 80 yards. But, the defense as a whole, I thought they did a pretty good job. Obviously, they allowed 25 points, but, 8 of those points came on garbage time to hold Matthew Stafford to 17 points. And that's pretty good in my opinion. I was expecting a shootout, but, the defense got 3 turnovers, and DeShaun Watson pulled away late. And you know what's crazy to me? That 2-3 years ago, if J.J. Watt would have gotten a pick 6, hell, maybe even last year, if J.J. Watt would have gotten a pick 6 in a game, that would have been the talk of the fan base. Everybody would have been like, oh my god, J.J. Watt pick 6, oh my god, J.J. is awesome. But guess what? The J.J. Watt pick 6 is somewhat of an afterthought, for the Texans fan base. Like, it really is. Like, not many people are talking about the pick 6. Everyone's talking about DeShaun Watson shredding the Detroit Lions with Will Fuller. That just goes to show that this is no longer JJ's team. This is DeShaun Watson's team officially. And, like I said, in the past, everybody would have been like, JJ Watt pick 6. Even the national media, nobody really cares about the JJ Watt pick 6 as cool as it was, Anytime a big boy gets a pick 6, people were talking about it. But, yeah, people were busy talking about DeShaun Watson and how DeShaun Watson is having as good a year as anyone, and how if the Texans were in playoff contention, then DeShaun Watson would have been the front runner for MVP. And I really 100% believe that. I don't think right now there's anyone who really is leading. Russell Wilson, he's really fallen off over the past 4 or 5 games. Patrick Mahomes, yeah, he's good, but is he really all that better than Russell Wilson and Kyler Murray? So there's really no front runner, and if the Texans were good, DeShaun would be the front runner. And he's been going off, and people were finally starting to pay attention to that. People were finally starting to pay attention that DeShaun doesn't need DeAndre Hopkins, and it's about damn time. D-Hop yesterday, he tweeted out, I'm thankful for the Arizona Cardinals trading me for a second rounder, trying to throw shade at the Texans. It's like this dude is so salty. He's still salty. Like, bruh, the Texans traded you to a team that wanted to pay you, that paid you a lot of money. Texans didn't want to pay you that. You should be grateful that the Texans traded you to a team that's actually doing good. They're 6-4, but this man is still out here throwing shit at the Texans. Like, he is clearly upset that he's not in Houston. He wanted to be in Houston. Like, that's straight up what it is. Like, no one, like, would react and throw shade the way he's been doing all year. Like, if it was, like, just week 1 and 2 and 3, like, the first month of the season, it's fine, whatever. It's fun banter. But at this point, he's just coming off as, that bitter ex that can't get over. He's probably stays up late at night watching DeShaun Watson to Will Fuller highlights because, he wishes that was him. But unfortunately, he's just not fast enough to be Will Fuller. Which, by the way, D-Hop did say Will Fuller was wide receiver 1, which is true. I mean, Will Fuller's he's a beast, man. Like, it's a shame that Will Fuller is finally staying healthy in the lost season. Like, imagine if Will Fuller would have stayed healthy last year, or the year before that, or the year before that, or the year before that. Like, the Texans' offense would have been, like, so lethal. Like, Will Fuller, like, I've always said this. DeAndre Hopkins was the chain mover for the Texans, but Will Fuller was always the big playmaker. Like, Fuller's always been DeShaun Watson's, like, go-to target for a big play. And, I mean, you saw it against Detroit. Like, he had, 6 receptions, 170 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 of those touchdowns were, like, deep throws. One of them on the flea flicker, and there was, like, debate on Twitter whether, like, that play was, like, improvised. Like, apparently, like, that play wasn't, like, an actual play call. Like, DeShaun just called an audible in the middle of the play and had, like, Duke, throw it back, and then Duke threw it back, and then, he just threw it to, Will Fuller, and Fuller took it in for a touchdown. I mean, DeShaun did great. Brandon Cooks, too, or Cookie. DeShaun Watson calls Brandon Cooks Cookie, and I think that's what I'm going to call Brandon Cooks now. I find that pretty cool. I mean, what else can you say? The offense exploded. The defense did better than I anticipated, and it was probably due to the turnovers. Justin Reed, 2 good games in a row after, not being so good early in the season, and, he got criticized heavily on Twitter after the Browns game where he missed a potential, like, game-saving, tackle, the one that Nick Chubb took to, the 1-yard line, not to the house, the 1-yard line. So, yeah, he got a lot of criticism after that game, and, yeah, he's been really good these past 2 games. Hopefully he can continue to do so, because I do feel like he's a building block for this Texans defense. And speaking of building blocks of, Texans defense, I feel like the Texans have low-key found themselves another building block on this defense with Tyrell Adams. Tyrell Adams had a really, really, really good game, and, that makes me comfortable. I mean, he is on a contract year, so I believe he's on a contract year, so they have to re-sign him, but I feel like they could re-sign him, for cheap. So, like, re-sign Tyrell Adams, trade Bernard McKinney and his $10 million contract, I don't know, for, like, a 3rd, 4th round pick, something, just something. Get cap space, use that cap space that you clear up, and sign Will Fuller, because you absolutely need Will Fuller. I mean, the dude is so good, and, it showed against Detroit, and, I mean, I know I haven't, like, really been talking about, like, this Detroit game much. I've just been talking, like, more about the Texans in general, but, I mean, what can I really even say? Like, everything went right in a way. I mean, not gonna lie, at first I thought, oh no, it's gonna be one of those days again, but, it quickly turned around. Like, the J.J. Watt pick 6 inspired the defense, and, then DeShaun Watson took over. That's pretty much what happened. Like, the Texans defense started it all. DeShaun Watson finished it, and, I mean, we couldn't have asked for anything better as Texans fans. Like, we got to enjoy our Thanksgiving. The Texans, didn't give us a heart attack. Maybe at first, but like they made it easy. I guess they made it easy. They made it an easy day, a fun day. It was a nice win nonetheless. Hopefully, they can win out because we hate the Colts. So if the Colts, hopefully they win out the Texans. But even then, I wouldn't get my hopes up for the playoffs. But I mean, anything we can do to make that Miami Dolphins pick worse, I guess you could say. I mean, yeah, good win for the Texans. Fun game to watch. Hopefully, next week they're able to do the same to Indianapolis, and they have a good defense. So hopefully Deshaun's ready. Well, he will be ready. He's Deshaun. Anyways, though, that's all I have for you guys for today. Comment down below your own opinions on the game, and yeah, be sure to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.